Alright guys, welcome back to another video. I'm really excited to be making this video, and today we're here to talk about my top 12 best looking games on the Quest 3 platform. I can't wait to do this list for you guys. Everyone always talks about graphics and what games are great on the Quest. Well, here's that list for you guys, and if you guys want to support the channel, all the games will be down below with the links so you guys can purchase them for yourselves if you guys like any of the games on this list. And yeah, I'm excited to talk about this list with you guys, especially for all you guys who are just getting into the Quest and you want to see what the best looking games are. So let's go ahead and get into the video.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, so the first one here on this list coming in at number 12 is probably going to surprise some people, but it is Walkabout Mini Golf. And yes, even though this game has cartoonish graphics and stuff like that compared to the other games on this list, let me tell you, when you play this game, you'll understand why this game is on the list. The stylized graphics and the way that they add so much detail using these graphics to all the different environments that they've made, like the Evil Lair, like the new Walkabout Christmas DLC that they added, like all the different ones that they've done based on real life movies and properties like the Labyrinth and stuff like that. The graphics are outstanding in this game. There's so much detail put into every single course that they make. It kind of blows your mind, and it definitely deserves a spot on this list. There's so much to this game than first meets the eye when it comes to graphics, when you're just like, oh, it's just a, you know, cartoony graphics. No, it's so much more than that, and it's amazing, guys, if you haven't played it already. Walkabout Mini Golf at number 12. The next one here coming in at number 11 is an old one, but still amazing, and that is The Climb 2. Man, when this first came out and we had to, you know, go on top of these buildings and mountain climb them or climb them, whatever you want to call it, and scale them, it was a sight to behold, and it still is to this day. There are so many different, you know, variety of landscapes that you're climbing, whether it's mountain, icy mountains, you know, buildings and stuff like that that you're climbing through, and then you're looking down at where you are, and you're like, holy crap, I'm really high up, and you start like, you know, getting your hands a little sweaty and stuff. You know you got a good game here, and you know you got good graphics going on here. It was an awesome sequel, when obviously this being a sequel to the original one, and the graphics on the Quest really do hold up, even though this game has been around for a while. And the landscapes that you see throughout here are still something that most other games can't reach, especially because you're climbing them and you're going higher and higher, and then you look down and you're like, holy crap. So not a lot of games give you that holy crap moment when you're scaling a building and you look down because of how good the graphics look and the environments look. So I think this one still holds up and will definitely blow people's minds when they still try it today. The Climb 2 coming in at number 11. The next one here coming in at number 10 is The Walking Dead, but specifically Chapter 1. Now, some of you guys are going to be wondering, why would he choose Chapter 1 over Chapter 2? Surely the Chapter 2 one has better graphics. Well, Chapter 1 is being chosen because it is the only one that they've actually went back and actually updated specifically for the Quest 3, taking advantage of everything that the Quest 3 has to offer. So there's more enemies on screen, more particles, better textures, all that stuff is all there. And The Walking Dead Chapter 2 still has not gotten an update like that was specifically made for the Quest 3. So Chapter 1 is actually the better looking game, in my opinion, than the other one. Even though there's more going on in Chapter 2 and it's the better overall game, remember that this list is about which one has the better graphics, not which one is the better game. So in this one here, I choose Chapter 1. So many enemies on screen, the textures and stuff like that, it's awesome. And both games are great anyway, and you should be playing them both. Walking Dead Saints and Sinners at number 10. The next one on this list coming in at number 9 is Metro Awakening. Obviously, this one here came out a little while ago, and they really did do the Metro franchise justice. They did a fantastic job with this one. The graphics in this game, specifically on the Quest platform, really do live up to the game, and it looks really, really good on, you know, a headset like this. The environments are all varied, all the locales that you go to, it really feels like a Metro game that you're stepping into, which is obviously exactly what you want when you're going into the game like this. And the game in and of itself has been amazing. People have been loving this game. It just came out, like I said, in the last month or so, and it's been really good. And, you know, seeing giant baddies all over the place and bosses and stuff, and the NPCs all look really good. All of it has a polished look, and you can tell that this game is obviously made in the year 2024 and not the year 2022, and it's taking advantage of all the Quest 3 features and everything that we want these games to take advantage of. So fantastic looking game. Metro Awakening coming in at number 9. The next one here, coming in at number 8, is Real VR Fishing. And I think this game speaks for itself. A lot of people know all about how great this game is. Yes, it's just a fishing game and it's relaxing. You can play there with your friends and kind of collect all these different fishes and listen to music and kind of relax and have a good time with your friends. It's a very relaxing game. But the graphics in particular are outstanding. They really go out to these locales and really mimic exactly what they feel like and what they look like when you're fishing at these different locations. And sometimes they look photorealistic, like they look that good. Going to all these different locations that you've been to before and kind of seeing them represented into this game and making you feel like you're actually in these real locations really lends itself in VR when you have apps like that, because then you can kind of compare it in your head and be like, oh yeah, I've been here before, this kind of looks like that, or I know what to expect and stuff like that. And they knocked it out of the park. Real VR Fishing coming in at number 8. The next one here coming in at number 7 is Brink Traveler. Speaking of photorealistic that we were just talking about, this is as photorealistic as it gets, and nothing has come this close to photorealistic on the Quest than this one does when it comes to representing different locations and different locales that you want to visit. And that's exactly what this game is. You're traveling to all these different locations that you've kind of been to before, like deserts, beaches, iconic national parks, and mountains, and waterfalls, and all these places that you kind of been to. There's over 48 3D immersive environments that you can kind of be into and move around in, and it really does look amazing. Like I said, photorealistic most of the time here. It's one of the most impressive games that you can show to your friends when it comes to graphics and what the Quest can do. It's not a game, obviously. It's more of like exploring nature and exploring the world and stuff like that, like Google Maps-ish. But it really is really, really good if you want to see, what graphics can look like in photorealistic. And when it comes to different locations, this is that for you. This is Brink Traveler coming in at number 7. The next one here coming in at number 6 is Assassin's Creed Nexus VR. Now this game, I remember when I first played it when it came out, and I was super impressed with it because of the amount of NPCs that were on screen and the city that they built looking that good in VR. I remember being shocked at how good this game was when I first turned it on. And I was like, damn, look at all the NPCs everywhere. They're actually moving around. They're talking. They feel like they're alive in this world. And look at how good the city actually looks. I feel like I'm in an Assassin's Creed world put into VR, and I still feel that to this day. I still get impressed when I'm playing through this game and having a fun time, feeling like an assassin and feeling like I'm playing a true Assassin's Creed game. And they did a fantastic job making you feel like you're in that world. It's just an amazing game. If you're even a little bit of a fan of the Assassin's Creed franchise, you definitely should be playing the VR version. They did a great job building it, and the graphics are superb in this game. Like I said, the amount of NPCs and the way that the locations are built and the variety of them is just fantastic. Assassin's Creed Nexus VR coming in at number 6. The next one here coming in at number 5 is, I'm going to cheat a little bit and give you guys 2. That is Arizona Sunshine 2 and the remake. I think they're both fantastic. It used to obviously be clearly Arizona Sunshine 2 that was the better version of both when it comes to graphics, but since they went back and remade the original and kind of did all the things that they learned and did in the second one, including the physics and the graphics and the amount of zombies on screen and everything, now they're both on par to me when it comes to graphics. I wouldn't mind playing either one. It doesn't feel old or anything like that like it used to when you played the original one. And they did a great job on the remake and really bringing it up to the second standard. And both of these games are fantastic. If you love zombie apocalypse and just an action, FPS game going through and killing zombies and going through the story, linear games like that, these games are fantastic. Just mowing down all the different zombies and using chainsaws never gets old, and knocking their heads off and feeling the physics and stuff like that is an amazing experience for both of these. And like I said, you can interchange these as any way you want. You got the second one at $39.99 and the first one, the remake, coming in at $29.99. And I think they're both worth it. I think at this point, if you haven't played either of them, in my opinion, you should be playing both of them. You should play the first one and go through that game, and then come again and play the second one right after that, because they both deserve your time and attention, and they both follow, their stories and stuff like that, and you can kind of see the progression on how these games actually evolved over time. And yeah, like I said, I recommend both of them, and I love the dog in the second one, being your little companion and stuff. It really added a lot to the story. So yeah, I urge you guys to play both of them. They're both fantastic graphics-wise, and they did a great job on the remake, especially if you own the original one and you want the remake. It was only a $9.99 upgrade fee, so it's fantastic that they did that for everyone and only charged $10 for the upgrade if you own the original. So awesome. Arizona Sunshine 1 and 2 coming in at number 5. The next one here coming in at number 4 is Skydance's Behemoth. This is a game that just came out, so you would expect the graphics to be fantastic, and it is true. They did a great job bringing scale and stuff like that to this game you're going through. It's an action-adventure game as you're going through the story and stuff like that, and it is an awesome game. It's everything we kind of all, for the most part, hoped it to be. Battling all these enemies, having these big, gigantic boss battles as you guys are looking at here. If you guys are into action-adventure games, this is one not to be missed. It just came out this year, and people are loving it. Skydance's Behemoth coming in at number 4. The next one here coming in at number 3 is Batman Arkham Shadow, the newest one on the list as well. And oh my god, did they knock this one out of the park in terms of everything. Gameplay, feeling like you're playing an Arkham game. A lot of us were worried, are they going to be able to bring the Arkham feel? Some of the latest Arkham games, even on PC, haven't even been that great. And man, did they knock this one out of the park. Camouflage really did a great job with this game, really making you feel like Batman, really making you feel like you're in the Arkham city and environment and stuff like that. And the graphics are superb on the Quest. They are some of the best graphics you will see on the Quest, obviously being this high on the list, and it's just outstanding what they were able to do with this game. It looks so good. It really makes you feel like Batman taking down the enemies and still having that fast-paced combat nature that we kind of expect from the Arkham series, and exploring and doing these puzzles and listening and going through the story. Man, what a fantastic game, beginning to end, guys. If you guys have not played this game yet, haven't purchased it yet, a lot of you guys are getting the game for free when you buy a new Quest right now, whether it's a 3S or the 3. And man, play this game. Even if you're a little bit of a Batman fan, it is amazing, fantastic, and super fun to play. And it's just even better that it looks this good and is this high on the list. Batman Arkham Shadow coming in at number 3. The next one here coming in at number 2 is Asgards Wrath 2. Now, yes, I understand that this game didn't live up to the first one that was on PC, where the graphics kind of blew everyone's mind, but for a Quest game, this is still one of the best games that you can play when it comes to graphics, obviously being number 2 on this list. It is an action RPG game, and it is outstanding. Over 60 hours of gameplay that you can have in this game. So much to do. The rifts in this game are all unique and stuff like that. They incorporate some mixed reality stuff in the game. Big, gigantic boss battles. Everything you could want in an action RPG game, in my opinion, is all here. And everything about this game is better than the sequel, even the original one on PC. The only thing the original one still has is that better graphics, of course, but everything else has been expanded. Everything else is better in this game. And the graphics in this still are amazing on the Quest, and they are only second on this list. Obviously, only one other game, in my opinion, looks better than this game. And yeah, it's an outstanding game that will blow your mind as far as how big a game can truly be on the Quest. For all you people who always said there's no way we can get a big action RPG 40+ hours on the Quest, it's never going to happen. Well, we got it with this game when it came out last year, and it is still outstanding and one of the standouts on the Quest. Asgards Wrath 2 coming in at number 2. And the first one here coming in this list was not even a little bit hard to come up with. It was very easily number 1 and still is to this day. And that is Red Matter 2. This is the game that everyone talks about. When this game got its Quest 3 enhancements, people's minds were blown because they improved it even more than it was before. This is everyone's game that they always talk about when it comes to graphics. They go in there and they're like, how is it possible that the resolution and the texture quality in this game is as good as it is on a Quest platform? It literally looks like, sometimes you'll look at it and you'll be like, this looks like I'm playing on PC VR. That's how good this game looks like on the Quest. This is one of the only games on this list that you can confuse yourself sometimes and be like, yeah, I'm playing this on PC VR, and that's what happens sometimes when you're playing through this game. It is that good. Everyone loves this game for its graphics, and people are always talking about this being the number 1 game on the Quest when it comes to graphics. And the best part about that all is that it's not just about the graphics. The game in and of itself is also one of the best games that you can play on the Quest platform as well. So it's not just graphics, it's kind of the whole package with this game. And it was obviously a sequel to the original, and they did a fantastic job of this game being on the Quest platform. Vertical Robot kind of killed it. I can't wait to see, the next games that come out from them in the future. But man, they left us with a gem. Red Matter 2 at number 1. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this list of my top 12 favorite Oculus Quest games when it comes to graphics, the best looking ones that you can play. All the games will be linked down below so you guys can help out the channel if you guys want to and purchase these games for yourselves. And there was a lot more games that could have been on this list. There's so many great looking games in the Quest that it was hard to narrow this list down. And you know, there's a ton of great games out there. This is a great time to be a VR gamer or get into a Quest if you don't have one already. And I appreciate all you guys for watching this video. Until next time.